Hello guys, gals, non-binary pals, and waterfowls. It's me, Big Mike, and welcome to an episode of Big Mike's Indie Game Watch, this series where we take a look at indie games that are still in development. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at Kero Kero Cowboy, an indie platformer for the Game Boy Color by Mike. Kero Kero Cowboy is also an indie game that has been fully funded on Kickstarter. We don't always have a demo here to check out on Indie Game Watch, but this time we do, and it's a real treat, fam. So after we take a look at the Kickstarter for this amazing game, I'll give you my thoughts on the demo. Also, gameplay from this demo is what you're going to be seeing in the background as we go through my thoughts and through the Kickstarter. First, let's take a look at the Kickstarter's page. Kero Kero Cowboy is a brand new Western-themed platformer in development for the Game Boy Color. You play as Kero Kero, a frog on a journey to wrangle the Wild West's most dangerous outlaws and bring peace to the untamed land. Face dastardly foes, perilous platforming challenges, and intense shootouts across deserts, mines, mountains, trains, forests, and beyond. As a solo developer, I've been working on this game for roughly 2 years, and I've come to Kickstarter for your help to make it the best game it can be. The demo for Kero Kero Cowboy is available here on my itch.io page. The demo contains all of Region 1, so roughly 1/5 of the full game, and even a boss battle. However, please be aware that the demo is in beta and that the final product will include additional bug fixes and polish. The demo can be played in a web browser, Game Boy Color emulator, or analog pocket. Kero Kero Cowboy's amphibian hero features an array of techniques and abilities that help him on his quest. He can eat enemies, spit them back out, or even brandish a giant revolver to dispatch far-off foes. But beware, a 6-shooter only has room for 6 bullets, so use them wisely. He can also swim with ease, ride in a giant cowboy boot to stomp enemies, ride whales in a mine cart, and spit hot fire after eating a spicy jalapeno pepper. How to best utilize his abilities in each scenario is up to you, the player. Once the game is fully completed, Kero Kero Cowboy will feature 5 unique regions, each containing 5 levels and a boss battle, for a total of 25 levels of platforming action and 5 intense boss battles. Most levels will be unlocked simply by completing the previous level, but some are locked away behind star coins. Collect all star coins in a region's first 4 levels to unlock these secret extra challenging bonus levels. These bonus levels also contain star coins of their own. Something special might even happen if you get every star coin in the game. And now here he gives us a bit of background information about himself. So, hi, I'm Mike Bedsole, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. If I mispronounced it, please forgive me. But hi, I'm Mike Bedsole, also known as Metagame Mike. I've been in the game dev industry for 8 years, working on mostly action and fighting games, including Brawlhalla and Street Brawl. In 2020, I started experimenting with Game Boy Studio in my free time, eventually releasing my first Game Boy action game, Sushi Gun, in early 2021. Since then, I've also made a bartending sim called Birdie Bartender, and my third project, Kero Kero Cowboy, is my biggest project to date. I've been applying all the skill and knowledge I've developed over the past few years to make this game the best one yet. Sushi Gun, Birdie Bartender, and Kero Kero Cowboy's demo are all playable for free on my itch.io page, so be sure to try them out. Scott Szymanski returns as Kero Kero Cowboy's composer. He also composed the soundtrack for Sushi Gun, Birdie Bartender, and many more GB Studio gems. Now here are my thoughts on the demo, and as always fam, we're going to start with the gameplay. So in this demo, you take control of the titular hero Kero Kero, as he journeys across the Old West, taking out enemies as he clears each platforming stage. And because this is a platformer, your first instinct is going to be to jump on your enemies. But that's not how Kero Kero rolls, partner. In order to take out enemies, he can use his tongue to eat them, similar to Yoshi. He can also spit out enemies to take out other enemies. And no cowboy will be caught dead without his peacekeeper. And Kero Kero is no exception. You press one button to remove the revolver from its holster and another to fire, but don't get too trigger happy. For most of the demo, your ammo is going to be limited. There are a few exceptions to these gameplay mechanics, however. So normally Kero Kero can't jump on enemies or cacti, but when he jumps into his cowboy boot, he can. The boot also allows him to have an extra high jump, as he can jump out of the boot mid-air. There's also a level that will give Kero Kero infinite ammo, and the little green bro is definitely going to need it for that stage. Throughout the stages, you'll also collect coins, and unlike in other platformers where collecting coins is just for an extra life, the coins here have more utility. Every stage has a midway checkpoint, but in order to activate said checkpoint, you're going to part with 10 coins. And while that may seem a bit steep, especially when you consider most other platformers let you do this for free, I promise you, you're getting more bang for your buck. As not only is it a checkpoint, but it also replenishes your health and your ammo. And after clearing the stages, you have a boss fight. And the boss fight here feels right at home for a GB platformer, or any platforming game for that matter. So if you ever played any classic Mario game or any classic Sonic game, you know, this boss and this platformer feels like it fits right in with that era. Now, let me talk about the aesthetics. As far as the design goes, visually, this is one game that wrangles up so many mighty beautiful Game Boy Color era graphics. The title screen serves up a superb introduction to our amphibian hero and does a fantastic job of setting an aesthetic tone for the rest of the game. The level design perfectly captures a southwestern desert, with one in-cave setting. Now, in the desert setting, there are rock arches in the background, and blue skies that are sparsely populated with the white clouds, and for me, these form a nice contrast and really set the mood. The music also is quite catchy, and I have to admit, Scott Szymanski did a fantastic job of doing the soundtrack for this game. So after checking this game out, I'm going to go back and check out some of his other work, because I am in love with this soundtrack, fam. While working on this video, I found myself listening to the theme song on repeat. The level music and the music that plays at the checkpoint are just as memorable. One thing I will say is that while I did enjoy the level music, for the sake of variety, I would love to see each section or each region of the game have its own level music. That being said, my favorite part about the sound was the boss battle, the lack of music. And while that may sound a bit weird at first, but I have to assure you fam, the wind sound effects with no music playing was absolutely perfect for setting the mood of a duel at high noon. So as much as I love the gameplay, I absolutely love the soundtrack here. So again, kudos Metagame Mike and Scott Szymanski. And here are my final thoughts on this project. All in all, I think it has a solid foundation, and I firmly believe that if the rest of the game follows suit, it will be an instant classic. I mean, it's going at this thing with both guns blazing, fam. I mean, the gameplay is amazing, the sound is amazing. Metagame Mike, if you're watching this video, whatever you're doing, please keep it up. I look forward to checking out the full game when it releases, and if you would like to check out the demo, it's available on itch.io. Please give it a shot, and be sure to show Metagame Mike some love, fam. And that's going to do it for this video. Special thanks to Fran, who does a wonderful job of doing my art. She's back on Twitter, and she's looking for art friends. So if you're looking for friends in the art community, or if you need artwork done, please consider commissioning her. She's a fantastic artist. She's a damn good person to work with, and she's all around fantastic. A special thanks to all of my friends on Twitter. I wouldn't be here without you all. And a special thanks for all of you for watching this video. Please like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. But if you do dislike it, please leave me a comment below and let me know why you dislike it so I can improve myself and become a better YouTuber. And if you like my videos, please subscribe and turn your notifications on. Until next time, fam, remember, just be yourself and you'll be awesome. Peace out!